No Snapchat, no Snapchat.
Okay, so on all the social media, so here we go. So we about to learn some great information. So pay attention. If you need to get a notebook, go get it now to go take down some stuff. Because I know some of y'all were talking about these scholarships and stuff about mentorship that your parents were asking about. So I'm gonna try this with the first group, and then next semester we can try it with everybody, if that's cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, I really appreciate you all being here, and appreciate Mr. D Hill for the invitation. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little bit cold, so I got my jacket on, but I see you guys got your jackets on as well. And so yeah, so we're gonna get into quite a few things. And from my understanding, y'all are in what, sixth grade?
Fifth.
Fifth grade. Okay, okay. So if I'm uh saying some things that you're like, hey, wait, slow down, just raise your hand, and since I could see you guys, I'll stop and pause. So let me start by telling you a little bit about my personal journey and some of the things that I went through, and why we started Ladder and Success, and then we'll kind of talk about some things that apply to you, right? So I grew up in A-Leaf. Y'all are intermediate, so I went to Klinsman. Anybody know where Klinsman is? Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, so I went to Klinsman, and then I went to Ollie, and then I went to AMS and A-Leaf Middle School, and then I went to Elsik, and I graduated from Elsik. And so when I was about you all's age, my family really struggled. My parents came from Nigeria, and so we didn't have a lot of extended family here, so no grandma, no grandpa, nothing like that. And so my parents just kind of had to figure it out. And unfortunately, when I was in high school, my mom passed away. And then when I was a freshman, my mom passed away. And then when I was a junior, my dad passed away. And so this made life very, very difficult on me. And I had two younger sisters, and I wanted to reach back to help my younger sisters out. Just like you all, a lot of what you do, you want to help your parents, you want to help your family, and you're saying, man, how can I give back? I don't have much, or I don't have anything to give, and I don't have anything to offer. So today we're going to kind of talk about those things, what you do have to offer, what you do have to give, and then how you can grow to be successful. So, that was kind of the beginning of my journey. I told you about after high school, I eventually went to the military. I joined the Army. After the Army, I went to college at Houston Community College. Shout out to HCC, go Eagles. But anyway, we don't really do that. So anyway, so then I went to Houston Baptist University, which is now called Houston Christian University. Go Huskies! We actually do this thing. And then after that, I went to I graduated from there. But aside from Ladder and Success, I started a small business, and it's relatively successful. It's relatively successful, and not trying to brag or anything, but I'm able to make like $100 an hour now. And so, you kind of scratch your head and say, well, how do you get there? What do you do to get there? And a lot of times people think it's just about the green paper, the dollar. It's not. It's about who you are as a person. It's about what you study and what you learn, and then the journey that you're on to build yourself up to provide value to your community and to others, right? And so that's what we're gonna hop into today. So I'm really excited because I've seen a lot of y'all go get your notepads to take notes. And I like the fact that you guys are taking notes. And so I'm going to do a screen share. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share, and then we're going to get into this. So there's 4 key elements to success, right? And this is where you want to probably start taking notes. Okay, you came to learn today. Okay, we're gonna really get into this. Okay, so the first element is your purpose, then your mission, your vision, and your values. Your purpose, your mission, your vision, and your values.
Y'all hear that? He said, so right, boy, you got one more, you moving out. Hey, they can't see, but so there's a 4 main thing, and you heard his story, right? But he still was able to come up and now has a job that pays him $100 an hour. So that means, look, everybody, that's why you're about to, so $100 an hour. Most people do not make $100 an hour. Even if you think they make $100 an hour, they do not make $100 an hour. So he's telling you, no matter what happens in your life, you can still come up and do something. As long as you start following these 4 things. Those are the first 4 things you need to have. Go ahead, boss. Sorry about that.
Thank you. So what is purpose? Purpose is having a strong why, a strong reason for being. Now, at you guys' age, you probably, you kind of think you have it figured out. 5th grade is like, my mom told me, my dad, and some of y'all, I know what it's like, man, my mom and my dad, they stupid, they dumb, they don't know. Trust me, they're not as dumb as you think. So anyway, so you have to have a strong sense of purpose. Now, for me, after my mom and dad passed away, my purpose became helping my sisters, right? And so I had 2 younger sisters, and I said, I want my sisters to be able to have a good foundation. And so that was my purpose. And so your purpose might be very, very different than mine, right? You might have a totally different purpose, and that's okay. But you want to have a strong sense of purpose, why you're doing what you're doing. If you were to ask me what's my purpose today, it'd be very different. It'd be very different. But you want to start off with some sense of purpose. Next, you want to have a personal mission. Okay, a personal mission is the direction you're trying to go in life. It's going to help you accomplish your purpose, right? So if my purpose is I want to go to college, right? And that's a cool purpose. That's a good purpose. But why do you want to go to college? Oh, I want to go to college so I can be a doctor. Okay, why do you want to be a doctor? Well, I want to be a doctor so that I can help people. Okay, why do you want to help people? Well, I don't like seeing people sick. Why don't you like people being sick? You say, okay, well, it's because I think people are important and they're valuable. And so I don't like to see them sick. Okay, so that's the real purpose, right? You see what I'm saying? And so you have to do a little bit of work to be able to dig down, to really get to that purpose. Now, the mission is, I'm going to college to become a doctor, right? So that's a very clear mission for the most part. It could get more clear, but that's a clear mission. The whole reason you're going to college is to become a doctor. So, and this is where life gets tricky because life can throw you some curveballs. I grew up in A-Leaf and I know how it is. I know, sometimes you got to catch Metro, you got to do all these different types of things to try to get, to the store to get some food. I know what it's like. It's a food desert. Just getting in a grocery store, you don't even have money to get to the grocery store, things like that. I've been there, experienced that. But you're going to overcome it, okay, if you stay the course. Okay, this is why having a mission is important. So the next thing is having a vision. So the vision is, how do you see yourself getting there? Do you see yourself at Rice? Do you see yourself at U of H? Do you see yourself going to HEC and then going to Rice? Do you see yourself going to Lone Star and then going to another university? The vision is really important because if you don't have a very clear vision, when things happen that throw you off, right, you're going to get sidetracked because it's not part of your vision. And so, for example, you could say, I see myself, becoming a doctor after I, go to U of H. They have a new doctorate program. Okay, well, the thing is, now you got a girlfriend, and a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and they're talking about, hey, you don't need to go to school. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Why are you wasting your time? So because you have a vision, you should say, I don't see you in my vision. So you need to get away from me while I go do what I need to go do, right? Same thing with friends. Maybe you have friends who are telling you, man, don't do this or don't do that. And sometimes it's not about, hey, just throwing people away, but it's putting them on pause. You know, sometimes you got to put somebody in timeout. Okay, you got to say, hey, look, I don't got time for the antics. I got to get to what I'm trying to do. And then the final thing is values. Okay, you have to have values. So what's important to you? Why is it important to you? Okay, why do you cherish it? So we're going to do this exercise called the Ikigai. Okay, this is a Japanese principle for finding your purpose, finding your Ikigai. And so this is really important because a lot of times people say, just go to college, you'll figure it out. Raise your hand if anybody's ever told you that. Right? So almost 80% of y'all, that is stupid advice. Okay. I'm telling you, don't listen to that. Okay. You need to start trying to figure it out before you get there. And that's going to tell you if you really need to go or not. Oftentimes people give that advice because they don't know how to say, it's important for you to be educated, not get a formal education. A formal education only cosigns your education. Okay, you could read books without having to be in class. Being in class just helps you. Okay, find out what you're passionate about, find out what's important to you, and study those things. You know, you got teachers like D. Hill around, Mr. Hill, who he's gonna talk to you about life, and you could ask him questions and say, hey, I want to know about this. And he's going to say, hey, go look at this, go study this book. Now it's up to you to have the internal fortitude, excuse me. Yeah, the internal fortitude to go study what he's talking about. Okay. So let's hop into this Ikigai. Okay. So after we do this Ikigai, we're gonna then do one LYS thing, and then we're gonna get into scholarships. Okay. So anybody, am I talking too fast? Raise your hand if I'm going like I'm just going over your head talking too fast.
Hey, someone raise a hand.
Okay.
People. So we go back to the vision part at the top real quick, boss.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like he said, purpose. If you have no purpose or you have to have a purpose or reason why you're doing it, right? And the mission. So if you break that down, just like a simple word, like, okay, she's like, you have a vision, you have your purpose, your mission, and your vision, and your values. Now, we've always told, y'all hear me tell y'all, like I tell you, you better watch out who you hang out with. Or some people try to help you from getting out of trouble, and some people get you in trouble. That's why they say you got to cut some people off. If somebody don't want to do better in life, why do you want to follow that path, he said? If they are failing, that means they're going to make you what? Fail. Why do you want to follow somebody? If you have a mission, or wait a minute. If you have a mission, like you said, to be a doctor, why do you want to be a doctor? Hey, just being a doctor because I want money, you're not going to make it through. Because when it gets hard, your purpose is just money. And if you don't have something that you actually trying to do it for, like your mom, your dad, take care of your family, to help get back to the community, you're not going to make it because your heart's not in it. If your heart's not in something, you're not going to make it all the way through. You can't say, I want to be a basketball player or football player, but don't go out and practice. You can't say, I want to be a football player, but don't want to go out there and run the drills like everybody else. These kids, if you watch on YouTube, waking up at what? 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning at y'all's age, shooting basketball, and some of y'all want to be doctors but don't want to read, and want to be engineers but don't want to do math. That's all they do is read and do math all day, right? Pretty much. Pretty much, Festus.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Like this stuff is not like y'all just can't think. I tell y'all in life, everybody, all these extra chances people give you, they're not gonna give you when you get older. You have opportunity now, because when you get older, those opportunities are gone if you don't try. Go ahead.
Huh? Yeah, as you get older, fewer and fewer people want to give you opportunities. There's somebody who had their hand up in the back. You want to take that question real quick?
You have a question for me or for him? Okay. Oh, hold on. She has him.
Is that your boss?
No, that's my friend. He has his own business. I said Festus.
We're using
Say Bob. It's like
so
friend, Bob. Go ahead.
we're using colloquialisms. That's just it's slang, right? We're using our own little inside chat, right? Okay, there was another question.
Lynn, hey, quiet. Lynn.
They all have like jobs as truck drivers. So like my dad started it because like he didn't even care about the price, but he just likes driving.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Hey, did you hear that?
I heard a part of it.
Because some of y'all better go back. That's why let's over it. Hey, so she said that her dad really liked driving and shipping stuff like that. He didn't really worry about the price. He just focused on actually getting it and striving to do it because he actually had a vision to do it, and now his family does it with him, or some people with him do it.
Yeah, and see, that's the effect of a person who's passionate, right? If a person's passionate, they become contagious, right?
Yeah,
The same way if somebody else has a cold, they could give you that cold. If somebody else is doing really well and they lit, right? If they litty, they can make you lit as well, right? So you wanna hang around people who's lit, right? And you want to be lit yourself, right? That's why I hang with your teacher. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, we're gonna stop.
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna stop again here in a second to take questions. Okay, so there's 4 big circles. Okay,
So
1,
4
2,
big circles. He said
3, 4.
Yeah. Hey, boy, go over there then. You complain, go over there. Why take back complaining? Go over there. Yeah, you did. You got extra. Go over there.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In the first circle, up top.
Hey, look, y'all. Look how they drawn. They're not separated. They're not separated. Exactly how he has it.
Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger.
So here we go. Everybody.
Is that better?
Yeah. So look, draw. Let me do it. Let me see. Hey, look, I'm about to do it right here. Just look. So you draw a circle. Everybody see how I draw it to one circle, right?
Yeah.
Then I draw a circle to the left. Y'all see how I drew that circle to the left?
Yeah.
I'll wait to make sure you do that. I draw a circle to the left. Okay. Then the circle to the right, look, it has to be with both of the circles. So I go like this. You're going to go like this. Pay attention. It won't be. The circle to the right has to go through all this like that. Y'all see how I went from here through both of these and come back down? So the circle to the right has to be like this. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? So it has all 3 circles in there right now. Y'all see that? Yes. And then the last one has to have all of them in there too. Same way. Oh, let me get in here. Yeah, I do. Okay, we ready.
Yeah, Mr. Hill. Some people can just write it on a line. They don't need to draw the circle. If it's too much time, don't worry about it. You could just write it on a line. Okay.
Hey, he said if you can't do it, just write it on the line.
So hey. if you write it down, you're gonna write these 4 questions here. Okay. What do I love? What does the world need? What can I get paid for? And what am I good at? Okay, so we're gonna go over that in a second, okay? But I just want to go through the circle real quick. So you have what you love. Maybe you love YouTube. Maybe you love gaming. Maybe you love sports, right? You have that thing that you really think that you love, okay? And then the next question is, what does the world need? Does the world need more gamers? Does the world need more YouTubers? Does the world need more basketball players? Then you have this circle on the bottom that says, what can you get paid for? So what can you get paid for is, what are professions that are out there and available? You know, somebody mentioned before that their family member was a truck driver, right? And so you could drive a truck and not get paid, and you could drive a truck and get paid, right? And then the last thing is, what are you good at? Okay, so that's a whole nother circle right there. Okay, and so you have what you're good at and what you love. That's something you're passionate about. So for example, maybe you're the best basketball player in the class and you love basketball. So that just means you're passionate about it, right? But the thing is, does the world need another middle school basketball player? Maybe, maybe not. You know, that's something you have to find out. And so that's how you determine what your mission is, right? So if you answer these 3 questions, okay, I'm good at caring for people. I love caring for people. The world needs people who care for people. Now, what is that? What kind of job is that where I could care for people? So then that's the final question. What can I get paid for, right? And so maybe.
Hold for a second, bro. Hold for a second, please.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, look. So he was explaining to. I know some of y'all was trying to feel right. Hey, they be so focused on taking these notes, but trying to listen to. How you doing? So this is what he's saying. What are you good at? Listen. I'm just gonna use Jan because he said basketball. Okay, so I'm just gonna use Jan. So Jan, it's just using Jan because he don't know why. Well, I know he played basketball too, but Jan tell me more about his basketball. So what is Jan good at? He's good at basketball. Or what does he love? What are you good at? He said basketball, so his passion would be right there. But when he said this, does the world actually, I'm just saying, don't say no yet, just listen. Does the world, nobody saying that, does the world need another, like, just because there's think about it, there's millions of people out there, and you, God willing, you will make it one day. But right now, does the world actually need another kid playing basketball? No.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about the whole world. The whole, because there's millions of kids out there playing it. But God willing, he'll make it, right? So I'm praying he make it. So now he said what will he get paid for? So now that's the passion. He talked about the passion and everything. The world doesn't really need it. But now he's talking about what you get paid for when he's talking about the trucking. So now we go back to Lynn. Lynn's dad had a passion for driving, right? So he had that mission. And he can get paid for that. You understand that? It's a whole cycle. So now with basketball, that's what he's saying. Even though he's good at it, does the world actually need it? Hey, exactly. Now, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so that's what we call a vocation or a calling, right? And technically, it's an avocation, right? And if you're really good at something, and
boy, get out. You know, get out. Boy, get out. Boy, move. What I say? Get all the way out. Wasting my time. You know I don't play with y'all like that. Hey, say something else, see what happens. Get out my way. You waste time. I don't like wasting time. Move. You have no reason to move. No reason. Hey, now look straight. Everybody put everything down and look straight.
Okay.
Y'all be trying to rush and y'all trying to speed and write, and it don't work with that. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, so what are you good at and what you could get paid for is a profession, right? So a person can be a professional truck driver. So as I said before, if you're not able to draw the circles or you had trouble drawing them, you're just going to write it out. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Okay, is that fair enough time?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Your boss guy.
So 2 minutes, quiet, by yourself. Right? Are you gonna answer these questions 1 through 4? What do I love? By yourself. What do you love? What does the world need? What can I get paid for? And what am I good at? So first of all, think about those 4 right there. So what do you love? Write down those 4 questions, 1 through 4. Now, what do I love? Hey, Right? 1 through 4. Hey, what do I love? So write down what you love. 2, what does the world need? What can I get paid for? And what am I good at? So the first 2 that's gonna be easy for you is number 1 and number 4, because you know what you love and you know what you're good at. You have to think a little bit about what does the world need, or can you make money off of that? Does the world really need what you need? What you love? Does the world, that's what he kept saying, does the world really need what you love? And if it does, what areas of the world might need it? Because like everybody might not need, like, to say something, y'all, somebody here might like sew, I'm just saying sewing, right? Or they can make jackets, real thick jackets. Houston might not need it, but there's someone like Canada, a place like that. So go ahead and do them for it. Hey, quietly, by yourself. Hey, don't ask me nothing, focus. When I send you out, don't ask why. Hey, answer the question. By yourself, because when he start doing scholarship stuff and you can't answer it, that means you don't really have a mission or a purpose that you really want to try to make it to go to college. Because you can't say I want to go to college and I need scholarship if you've been talking about purpose, mission, and values and that stuff, and you don't know what you love, then you really don't have a goal right now. Hey, that's it, but you still have some stuff. Write down. What you about to be next? Hold y'all. I know I don't play this game. Y'all about to go away. So what do I love? And it doesn't have to be like a complete sentence. It's not like you're writing for reading class or language. It's just you just tell what you love. He's gonna tell you in a minute when he's ready. What does the world need? What can I get paid for? And what am I good at? Like he said, just people telling y'all go to college and you figure it out. That's how you get into generational debt. You owe thousands of dollars because you took 3 or 4 years to try to figure out something that doesn't need to take like this right here. It's exactly. It just takes a class with LYS to help you understand that. Hey, to yourselves, I tell you about talking out loud about me. And you don't have to show me. This ain't like math. You have to show me.
Okay, I'm seeing some people turn back, and so I think most of us have kind of jotted down something. We'll give about 30 more seconds.
I'm sorry, man. What's up?
Most of my family got scholarships to college.
Yeah, and he's gonna show you how.
So one of the reasons, as I go to the next thing, one of the reasons I don't just talk about scholarships is if you don't know why you're going to school, you don't know what you're going for, you're not even going to know where to start looking for scholarships because there's so much stuff you don't know, right? If you're able to focus in and say, well, I know I want to go for this, then you're going to know what scholarships to look for. Okay. And so we're going to kind of try to get into that. I know we're a little bit limited on time. And so, well, no, I'm limited. I got stuff I got to go get paid, man. I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is what we call being, knowing, doing, right? So if you have a mission, you have vision, you have value, you have purpose, how do you actually implement that? How do you make it work for you? How do you personalize that? By being, knowing, doing. The first part of being is about having your own character, values, and principles, knowing what wakes you up in the morning, right? There are certain days that you wake up and you're more excited than other days. When you woke up that day and you were excited, what were you looking forward to?
Answer.
Being great at school.
Be-
Being so
okay.
my friend.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay. I heard
Being quiet, doing what Mr. Hill say.
I hear multiple answers, right? So, but one of the things was being great. So maybe that is it. I just want to be great. I want to do well. And so that's my character. That's my driving force. Now, your values are the things that you cherish. You think they're important. Things like being on time, things like telling the truth, being honest. Like those are values. Okay. And then your principles are maxims or things that you stand on that are true. Like I have a maxim, I have a principle. I call it don't knock what you don't know. Don't knock what you don't know. That's a principle for me. And so when people come and they start telling me stuff and they, oh man, this sucks and that sucks and this sucks, I'll say, how do you know? And they'll just, oh, well, just because of, and that's not good enough for me. So I don't knock things that I don't know, right? I don't talk down on things. I don't talk bad about people that I don't know. Okay, that's just a principle for me. So next is knowing, right? Knowing is what resources are available and how to use them. You guys have a library in your school and your library is full of books. And your library probably has some very good books on topics that you're interested in. But because you don't know where those books are in the library, you probably don't spend a lot of time in the library. And so that's why you have to know who the librarian is and ask the librarian to show you where those resources are, right? Oftentimes we don't succeed, not because we can't, but because we don't know how to ask where the resources are that we need to be successful. Okay. And the resource could be something simple as a book. It could be something as simple as a website. It could be something as simple as a math formula, right? Those resources or tools can help you become successful. And then finally is doing, and doing is executing with excellence. Whenever you do something, do it with all of who you are. Give your maximum effort that you can give. Give it 100%, right? You know, they say give it 110%. That's not real. In reality, you can only give your very best. And so when I was in A-Leaf, I went to a school called Betty Best. And we used to sing this little song, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is your better and your better is your best. And now that I'm an adult, I think that song is dope. even though back then it was probably a little bit sus to, you know, really be singing it, you know, in the morning and act like you're happy or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so between knowing and doing is academia or education and skills. Between being and doing is your passion and your purpose. And between being and knowing is your relationships, right? And then that's what leads to your personal success. So when you know who you are, when you know what you want to do, when you know where you want to go, right? That ends up putting you in relationship to other people, right? So if you really, really want to go to college or really, really want to, you know, be successful in life, it's going to put you around other people who also want to be successful. Now, they might be running scams, okay? Because a lot of people out here are doing scams, right? And you see everybody on YouTube or Instagram and they, oh, I could sell you this, or I could tell you how to do this or whatever, right? And the deeper your relationships are with people who are true and genuine people, the more you're going to start seeing the scams for who the scammers are, right? Okay, so I wanted to go over that being, knowing, doing, because that is very, very vital. And now we're gonna skip over this, even though this is also important. We're gonna answer this question: where am I going? Where am I going? So when you're talking about college, this is the ladder to success, right? You start off either getting a certification or getting licensed. You get what's called an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and eventually a doctorate degree. Okay. So does anybody know why they call them degrees? The person on the right, you just raised your hand, young lady.
Try. It don't matter. You like me, as long as you try.
I don't remember. What level they are on?
No, he's like, do you know the reason why they actually call it a degree? Just try.
Very show you what level you're on.
Okay, very, very, very good. What level you're on? So So a degree is a unit of measure, right? So if you think about it like a thermostat, right? The more the degrees, the hotter it is, right? The less the degrees, the cooler it is. So the more degrees you have, the more you know about something, right? And when you get up here to a doctorate, that means you're very, very specialized in knowing about something. Okay. That means you probably know the most about that thing in the world, right? Or there's a few people who know as much as you do about that thing, right? So right now you guys are way down here. Y'all are not even really on the ladder at all because you're in middle school. Okay. So a lot of you guys who are going, or you're in intermediate school, you're only in middle school yet. So as you go to high school, you're going to really have to start figuring out, okay, what do I want to get a degree in? What do I want to, where do I want to get, get my certifications and things like that. And A-Leaf has some really good programs. They have a kind of a CTE school and different kind of things like that they came out with. They didn't have that when I was in school, so it was a lot harder. But I understand you guys still have a lot of distractions and things like that. Okay, so now we're going to go into scholarships. Okay, is that cool with everybody? Okay, I'm gonna probably just give you guys 2 websites because I don't want to overwhelm y'all. Okay.
I mean, hey, half of them got their phones out so they can take pictures too.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, it was like all that stuff he's trying to explain to you, right? He just just understanding your path. If you have no path, like I've had kids this year, y'all seen probably, well, it was like whatever the first time they came to visit back. Some of them seniors, and just now thinking about getting scholarships and think about what he's talking about. Y'all in 5th grade. If y'all implement what he's telling you now, by the time you like sophomores, y'all will be ready and have your stuff ready. They are saying about to graduate and don't have all their stuff ready. So that's what he's saying. Like when you're not ready, once you get there, college is not, well, it's not $5,000 a semester anymore or 3,000. It's what, like 10, 15,000?
Depending on the school you go to, yeah, it's probably in the neighborhood of 10 or 15,000.
Yeah. So everybody pay attention.
Okay, so we're going to look at 2 websites and then I'll take questions. So the first one is College for All Texans. Okay, you could just Google these. College for All Texans. College for All Texans. Okay, and then here's the website. Okay, so
it's not just college, it's a website to help you. You still look at it. Get the facts, plan, and apply. So you better make sure you got this. Don't be asking me stuff like that. I'm not Festus. I do not have this in my mind.
So I'll provide this. I recorded it. I'll provide this recording if y'all want to go over it again, right? So yeah, you want to hit students, okay, because you guys are students, and then here is going to tell you all the facts, right? Excuse me.
Good insight.
Thank you. So the biggest thing, you're going to scroll down and it's going to say here, types of financial aid. You're going to click on types of financial aid because there's different types of financial aid, right? There's grants, there's scholarships, there's also other types of financial aid within grants and scholarships. Okay. And when you scroll down, right? When you scroll down, this is going to give you a lot of the programs that are available to most Texas students, right? So the majority of you can get these exemptions and financial assistance and different types of things like that. The majority of you can get them, okay? So you want to avoid loans, right? See how they say loans? You want to avoid the loans. You always want to go for grants and scholarships first. So then
Student loans are bad.
Grants and scholarships first.
Go for grants and scholarships first. So now I clicked on grants and scholarships, and now this is all these scholarships that are offered through the state of Texas. Okay. see, I'm not getting very specific, because once you figure out what you want to do with your career, that's going to help you become more specific. But the thing is, these are general and for everybody. So for example, there's education and training for people who are in foster care and about to age out of foster care. Texas Educational Opportunity Grant. This is a pretty simple grant right here. I think I actually got this. As a matter of fact, I did get this one, right? So so here go the requirements, right? Here are the requirements. Okay, so grants and scholarships are going to have requirements, okay? And you have to meet those requirements in order for you to get them, right? Grants and scholarships are not free money. It's actually earned. It's earned by what you do, where you spend your time outside of the classroom and different types of things like that. Okay. So I'm going to go over one more thing, and then we'll close out with questions. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And so does anybody know what college they want to go to?
Go ahead, Lynn.
U of H.
U of H. Okay, great. So here's what we're gonna do, right? University of Houston. Okay, and so we're just gonna do a quick Google search, University of Houston scholarships, right? And now we're gonna scroll down to University of Houston, where we at, and here goes the link right here. So these are the scholarships that are available at University of Houston, right? So see, there's freshmen, there's transfer scholarships. Transfer scholarships are great scholarships, by the way. But then University, oh, what did I just do? University of Houston has their own thing that they call Scholarship Universe, okay? So that Scholarship Universe is probably gonna show you all the different scholarships that are available that you qualify for. Remember, we said there's eligibility requirements. You have to qualify, okay? I know these sound like big words and they sound very frustrating, but trust me, it's gonna save you a lot of money, and it's gonna be a lot easier in your life to learn what qualify and and eligible means, right? Then and how to use them properly, right? So here are a few of those specific scholarships. So if you notice what we did, and I'm gonna recap, and then I'm gonna take questions. Okay. If you notice what we did, we looked at your mission, your vision, your values, and your purpose. And then we looked at your being, your knowing, and your doing, and how to use being, knowing, doing to your advantage. And then we looked at the scholarship resources that are available to everybody. And then we looked at the scholarship resources that are available to you specifically based off of the school you want to go to, right? So for the person who's going to U of H, who knows their mission, their vision, their values, their purpose, their being, their knowing, their doing, the likelihood of them graduating is increased, because it's not fun just to go to college. You also want to graduate and come out and make some good money, right? So that's pretty much my time for today. I'm going to stay over for a few minutes to answer any questions. So I will take 3 questions. Okay, let's pause. Let's breathe. I know we went over a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff. That's why you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Okay, so I'll take 3 questions. So Mr. D Hill, you want to get the questions from them?
Yeah, name I have a question. I do have one question.
I got a question.
What is it?
Go ahead. I can't hear right now the question.
Hey,
What are
go.
you supposed to say? Ask your question.
You have a question. So I was. Hey, can you? This. Because Time is running short. I feel what you're saying. But I want you to tell them about that one. I have a question. Can you tell them about the test that they can take in high school to help them get college credit?
Absolutely. So two things. When you're going to high school, you want to do what's called a dual credit program. Dual credit program. So a dual credit program is you're getting college credit while you're in high school. Now, some of you will be able to qualify for that. Some of you won't be able to qualify for that. So the other thing that you can do, and you're probably going to want to take a picture of this site, is you want to do what's called a CLEP, CLEP, CLEP. And so this is not competitive, okay? I don't want that one. Sorry, I don't want that one. That one's a.
When he means not comparative, it means it's not like a competition. Anybody can get. It's not taking it. Like you have to write an essay or nothing. You just gonna take the class when you say 1,000.
Correct. So this is you take a test and you pay about $90 and you take a test. It's going to save you 3 months of time, and it's going to save you thousands of dollars, because that test are going to give you college credit for that test that you take. And so you don't have to compete with, Bobby, Susie, whoever down the street. This is just for you. Okay. You take that test, you do well on it, and then you're able to get college credit. Okay. I'll take another question.
Anybody have another question? Oh, Les? Go ahead. Go ahead.
How much do you have to pay to get to like do the test? $90.
Say that one.
No, the kids heard you. It was $90. Anybody have another question?
Yeah, $90.
Hey, anybody have another question? Go ahead. Are you do?
Caleb does.
Oh, Caleb, go ahead. Quiet.
How does the credit?
He said, how does the credits transfer to college? This correct?
Yeah, so good. That's a good. Y'all asked some great questions. That's a great question. So these are the same people who do the SAT, right? It's called the College Board. And so because of that, they have access to the different colleges. And so they know which test apply for which schools you're going to. And so you want to double check, but that's a good question and a very, very astute. Okay, I got time for one more question and then I gotta go.
Anybody, because he got to go. He just look today, you know what? It's pretty much time for us to go. But he just taught you about how to prepare for college, 3 different ways to save money for college, and y'all in 5th grade. So that means next time, like I said, y'all can take this home and help out your high school brothers and sisters to help them save money right now. So, hey.
Okay.
This helped all the way up to someone. Hey, thank you, so everybody thank them.
Okay.
Hey, my guy.
You're very welcome. One thing that you guys could do is follow our YouTube channel. So just put in Laddering Your Success on YouTube. And then that way, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put. Yeah, I'm gonna put this video. I'm gonna put this video on the YouTube. So on the YouTube, don't I sound old, y'all? So I'll put this video on YouTube so that you guys will have access to it. Look at that. Let's see, mine popped up just like that. Wowzers. So okay, so this is what you're looking for on YouTube, right? The thumbnail.
All the videos, everything teach, all the stuff, and they even got a Discord about to come up soon. So y'all be able to ask questions and stuff.
Hey, y'all know who this is? Who's this? So yeah, if y'all want to hang out with him a little bit, y'all could hop on the YouTube channel. Okay. All right. So thanks so much, y'all. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Okay. All right, y'all.
Appreciate it, brother.